printers in the Imaging Center at Smith College. We're going to be focusing on the Ultimaker 2 Plus today, since it's one of the more commonly used ones that we have. The first thing you're going to need to do is reach behind the back of the printer and find the on switch. You can see it powering up right now. The main things we're going to be using with the printer is this dial here, which is how we select things, which you can turn for the different options and then push in to hit OK. The first thing we're going to need to do when we're getting ready to 3D print something is retract whatever film is already in the machine, assuming we want a new color. You're going to go over to the material option, and then you're going to hit change. Alright, so as you can see in here, it's now retracting the filament back through this tube. And in the back of the machine, there's a filament roll. So now we're going to choose the filament we want to use for our project. I'm choosing this pink. You can throw it back on one of these holders. What you're going to want to do is go back to the printer, remove material. Once you've removed it, you can then select ready. And we're going to put new material in. So this is just selecting the option. All the filament we have in here is PLA, so you're going to select that. So on this screen it will say, insert new material from the back side. Now reach in the back, insert your new material into the back of the machine. And this can be a little tricky. You shove it in. And it'll just pull it right through. So now we can see our pink. You want to make sure that the roll is positioned so that it's not putting any extra stress on the filament. You want it to move through easily. Eventually, once the machine has heated up, we're going to start seeing some drippage. And basically what we need to do is wait until all the previous color filament has dripped out and we're seeing only our color, which in this case we're going to see go from white to pink. So we can see, even though we've inserted our pink filament, there was still some leftover white, which is going to start dripping off. Now it's important here, the cone at the top is very hot, so we don't want to touch it with our hands at all. Okay. So this is kind of just a judgment call. You have to decide for yourself when it's ready. I'm going to say that this is pink enough, so I'm going to go down to the selecting option again. Select. Ready. Before you hit print on your file, what you're going to want to do is clean the glass. This is just going to make sure that everything sticks and that there's no problems with your printing. So for this, you're going to need to locate the rubbing alcohol, which should be in this blue caddy, and just a little square of paper towel. Now the important thing here is never ever pour your alcohol onto the machine. You're going to pour it onto your paper towel. You only need a few drops. And all you're going to do is clean off the glass plate here, and this will make sure that there's no fingerprints or residual oil. Alright, so the next step in the process is actually printing our project. So we're going to go return. So we're back to the main menu on the printer. We're going to hit print. And now, so basically what you're going to need to do is either have an SD card for the 2 Plus, or for the 3 Extended, we have a USB drive. So the SD card will either be in the machine, or you can ask an Imaging Center staff member to get you one. So we're just going to select, you're going to find your file on here, you select it, and then we're going to wait. Oftentimes the printer will take about 5 minutes to heat up. Now, when your thing starts printing, you're going to have this goop. It's good to kind of like drag it away, and then it's not going to be attached to your project. Importantly though, never do this with your hands, since, once again, very hot. So now that your printer is going and you started your project, it's important to not run away quite yet. You want to stick around and make sure that the first layer of filament and plastic is laid down well. So assuming that everything goes well, we're either ready to remove, or we also have, assuming something goes wrong, this might be you entered a file wrong, it's not sticking, maybe it's just making a weird noise. So if something is going wrong with your project, what you're going to want to do is go down, go to Tune, and hit Abort. And this is going to cancel your print. So don't do this unless something has gone wrong. And what you can also do is if you're not ready to abort it, you can just hit the pause and then go find someone who works in the imaging center and they can definitely help you out. So we're going to assume that this is our finished print so we can show you an example of how you might remove your print. You're going to want to make sure it's cooled all the way and then you're ready to remove it from the glass. A lot of times projects will just be easily removed, but if not, in your blue bin, we've got a putty scraper, and you can carefully pry up an edge from the glass. If you have any questions, feel free to find a staff member and they can tell you more. If you're just getting started and want to learn how to make your own project, come find us and we can help you out. Thanks for watching!